Hey, so one of the things I want to document down is something that I feel like is a big deal when it comes to the story of my life. And one of the things has to be a man named Dan Gowen. And actually, his full name is Daniel Gowen, Gowen. This was my dad's right-hand man, Bishop Ronnie McCrae's right-hand man. And he played a big part in the abuse that occurred with me. He was always supportive to my parents. He would do anything for my parents. They named it, he would do it. And one time, they took me to the barn, and they took my shoes off, so I couldn't run away. But the funny thing is I couldn't have ran away anyways. I was starving to death. I couldn't run. It was a mile to the nearest neighbor. So I got two grown men, Daniel Gowen and Bishop Ronnie McCrae, standing over me, and I'm probably like, I was probably like around the age of 12, 13 years old. And I probably weighed a soaking wet 40, 50 pounds. And they took me out of the closet, and they took me to the barn, and they stood over me for hours. Well, they got tired. That's why they quit. But they made me pick up horse poop and pig poop with my hands. No gloves, no shoes. And they kept making me carry it out of the barn. And Daniel Gowen and Ron McCrae, because I hate calling him my father, they just stood there and preached at me, told me I was a whore, I was going to hell, I was full of the devil, and they just tortured me. I kept begging for water. I was thirsty. It was hot. When you're a little girl and you've not eating and you're not taken care of and you're in a closet and you get out and all they do is work you like a slave, and people want to talk about slavery right now. Shut the damn door. Let me tell you about some slavery. Sorry, I'm not trying to get up on your, reign of feelings. I'm just saying, like, don't preach to me about slavery. Shut the damn door. But Daniel Gowen's, and he came from Maine. I guess around somewhere in Maine. I think not Portland, but somewhere in Maine. But he was like normal, right? He was raised normal. I've looked his family up, everything, his parents, and he was raised normal. So he knew better. That's why I hold him dearly accountable. And I remember one time I caught my dad and him talking, and I remember where they were standing, and they were basically talking about me being married to Daniel Gowen. We called him Dan Gowen, or we had to call him Mr. Gowen, like he was something better. He was a fucking piece of shit. So, he never called the police to help me. He never did. He didn't even live there. And so my dad was discussing with him that day about taking me off his hands. Nice daddy day, like daddy-daughter dance. Let's talk about getting rid of my daughter to a basically wannabe predator. Because to me, any man that discusses sick shit like that with any man, you're no different than the ones that did it to me. And then for you to stand over my body like some freaking, like, evil psychomaniac, pussyfied piece of shit and make a little girl pick up feces with her hands, you should be shot. Yeah, take the video down. I don't care. I will say it again, because I don't care. Because you weren't me. You weren't standing there. Go knock on Daniel Gowen's door. His wife, he's married now and has kids. He has a daughter. Does he do that to her? Does he put her in horse poop and pig poop and make other men stand over her and tell her to carry it out with her hands for hours while you tell her that she's a piece of crap? But they don't use those words because remember now, we're Christians. We're Christians. We don't sin. So we're not going to say the word crap. We're going to say you're a whore, you're going to burn in hell, and you're no good, and you're a lowlife, and Jesus is going to burn you up, and you're evil, and you're full of the devil, and you're a little girl in a barn, nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and they won't give you a glass of water. That's Daniel Gowen for you. So don't tell me. And by the way, he's had ample opportunity to apologize to me. You think that man has the courage to do that? No. That's why I don't mind telling what he did to me. And he will not, I guarantee you, face me in court, Dan Gowen, any day of the week. Tell your wife I said so too. Because I will describe every single thing you did. And it's disgusting. And I think God knocked on your door too, didn't he? Yeah, I know. I know he did. So that was my life growing up. How was yours? Hashtag all lives matter? That was me as a little girl. And Daniel Gowen has the nerve to run around and be free and have kids and populate the earth. Are you kidding me? Look what you did to me. Shame on you. You should be in prison. Because you're a sick, twisted, you're like Jeffrey Dahmer twisted. Yeah, I said it. You're just like Jeffrey Dahmer. I can't even believe your wife lays down with you. That's even sicker. That's some sick shit right there. Can you imagine making love to a piece of crap that does that to you? Did that to a little girl. A little girl. By the way, mind you, my son got upset because when we found them, right, like some people that worked with me and helped me on it, found them on social media. My son sent her a message and said, hey, by the way, you might want to look what he did to my mother. She's still with him. Y'all want to say I'm crazy? No, that shit's crazy. There's something wrong with that. So I'm going to stop because I'm getting mad. Because no human being gets to do that to a little girl and gets to be free and walk around and act like he's something that is to be honored and loved. No, you deserve to be in prison with the rest of the predators and sick people. Because when you do that to a little girl, you're preying on her. Shame on you, Daniel Gowen. I will make sure, trust me, justice is coming. It's coming. You can run all you want. It won't save you a damn day because somebody somewhere is finally going to have enough. And they're finally going to put down the hammer on y'all and say, you know what? You're going to pay for what you did to that girl. And we're going to lock you up where you belong with the rest of the freaks. Because, and there are good people in jail, by the way. Don't take that twist. Don't twist that. But you know what I mean? Like the real bad people, like Jeffrey Dahmer people. So when y'all running around in Pennsylvania, you see Daniel Gowen, you meet him with his beard, he goes, hi, I'm Dan Gowen. Why don't you look at him and say, hey, how was it torturing Cherie McCrae? There you go. Best word of the day. Hashtag Daniel Gowen, you sicko. Go to prison where you belong.